feel like this is often a part of our drive-in videos, but it's freaking terrifying. I don't even know if we can do it justice with the camera. So we tried coming here a couple weeks ago and this road was closed. And now we fully understand why, because they said it had gotten too wet. Can you imagine this being just soaked over and snow melted? This would be a freaking disaster.
I bring the tire up over this one, skip that.
Oh God, this is so scary. I needed a little break from all the bumping around. Morphina's not, she was getting a little sick of it. I was getting a little sick of it, so I decided to walk.
Hey guys.
Oh, hey!
Welcome to our weekend with Ernie. Gosh, we love this guy.
You sure do.
This dog's comfy. That dog's ready for a nap. Hi, babe.
Hi.
Came back to Canyon City again because finally got some nice weather. It's about 70 degrees out.
We didn't get to do this one last time.
Say it again?
I said we didn't get to do this one last time. That's why we came here.
So where are we at?
So the last Canyon City video that we posted, that campsite was actually a reaction to these roads being closed where we are right now. So we're at Oil Well Flats. We've driven around, well, I think the entire thing at this point.
The whole thing. We've seen every campsite.
We've seen every campsite.
This, by the way, is not the best one.
Yeah, we've mentally marked the ones that we would love to get at some point, but we assume that you're gonna have to get here pretty early to get them. Also, hoping that after this trip, Nate listens to me and we can get a lift in the Jeep, because the bottom of the Jeep is maybe destroyed.
Yeah, I hope she got some decent footage of that. There were some rocks that we went over. We're talking like, yeah, your stock Jeep doesn't quite get over these things.
Yeah, yeah. But we're super excited to be here because it's supposed to be like in the mid 70s. And it was supposed to be sunny. There's some clouds. I guess I really can't complain because it's still gorgeous out, but like what the heck?
It's pretty sunny. Those are the clouds she's talking about. It's just, you know, gorgeous skies out.
We were knocking around so much here that my cabinet actually came open and like spewed everything out. So I'm getting stuff back in there, and then there's dirt all over the place too. So I'm just trying to get us cleaned up while Nate gets us set up.
Speaking of setting up, I'm going to show you how you actually set up the awning by yourself. We'll do a little timer on that too.
Okay, this is so rude. I had so much wind.
She also parked herself in the fire pit and had to manage to do that. That's not my fault. That was her own choice. So.
Yes, but it worked.
I got a dog in the way, so we'll see if I can do it around him. Peace.
Fine. Hey, so we got all set up and we're just about to make lunch, and I thought this would be a fun time to show you our new addition to Ernie, which we're so excited about. And the electric fridge. We've been thinking about one of these for a while, but I think we were both just concerned about our battery life.
Playing with sticks convinced us, yeah. As usual. Well,
you see, I've wanted one for quite a while, but I also thought that it would just fully drain our battery. It turns out these things are pretty dang efficient. We actually did want a different model that was a little bit cheaper, but this one was available at local REI store. We were able to go pick it up, so we just did that. We've got our solar set up. It's not super sunny, so it won't be pulling in a ton, but it'll be pulling in enough, I think, to keep it going, right?
This will be a good test to see what it does in the medium sunlight.
Yeah.
But even without that, it should stay. If it were running 100% of the time, we still have 18 hours of battery with it running 100% of the time, and it's not going to be running 100% of the time.
Yeah, so what you meant by that was the actual motor. Is it a motor? Yeah. Compressor.
The refrigeration.
Yeah, the refrigeration compressor. So that turns on for just a short amount of time in order to cool the fridge, and then it turns off when it needs to, so it doesn't stay on too long. Check this baby out. Physically the same size as our other cooler. It does have a heck of a lot more room. Nate's drinks? Hi, drinks. The ice doesn't take up any room because there isn't any ice, which is amazing. And we can kind of throw our stuff in here and not worry about it getting all soaked from the ice. That was a huge thing for me that I was always super annoyed about, is that everything had to be in a Ziploc bag because as the ice melted, it would start to leak into the food and it was gross. But yeah, I'm so excited about this.
As a note, with the sun right now, we're getting 93 watts into the battery, and this at full use is 80 watts out. So as long as we have solar, this is powered by the sun.
How cool is that?
Literally what playing with sticks said. So
yeah, that's super cool. We've got some other stuff charging the camp in the camper too, like a little vacuum. We'll have our phones going. We have a speaker charging right now because we realized we did not charge anything after last trip. So everything is just dead. So we're gonna be putting our battery to the test here. But like Nate said, as long as we're getting something coming in with the solar,
beep beep,
it's gonna work.
Alright guys, so we've had a super relaxing day here. Kind of took a little walk with dogs and gonna get started on some dinner here. But before that, I just wanted to talk a little bit about spring camping and what it means. You can see right now the sun's still out behind me, but it's starting to set. One of the biggest parts about spring camping that's so fun and challenging is how much different the weather is throughout the day. Mornings are cold, nights as soon as the sun goes down get cold, especially at altitude. We're not too high right now, but it's still very noticeable. Like as soon as the sun even goes behind a cloud, it's very chilly. So you have to be prepared for that. You also have to be prepared for the terrain. Snow's melting, the ground was frozen and is now thawing, so roads can typically be wet and muddy and tough to travel through. So you gotta be ready for your shoes to get wet. You gotta be ready to change clothes more often. You gotta be ready for, kind of just everything, including, sunscreen like I had to put on today, and now I'm wearing a warm sweater and it's still sunny out. So it's fun. Like we love camping all times of year, but spring camping is so great because it's just fresh. It's so new, like we've been dealing with snow and cold, and now it's like I get to stand outside in a t-shirt. That was awesome, but now I'm preparing for some chill again. So anyway, just love it. Wanted to talk about that, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that today.
This is what Gizmo gets to eat this evening. Meatballs, chicken tenders, and sweet potatoes. I think his advanced age is really preparing us for the baby coming. You gotta chop everything super small, make him a special meal just so he'll eat. It has to be cooked in lots of butter. So we're getting his going while we're getting ours moving too.
Dinner is served.
And Gizmo ate almost all his dinner, which is huge. But we thought we would continue what Nate started with, kind of preparing for spring camping. What did you already say?
Let's recap.
Quick recap.
Prepare for the weather, multiple changes a day, get ready to change clothes, layers, and typically the snow is melting so things can get muddy, so you might have to change your shoes a bunch as well.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Nice. Okay. I think the other thing too to make sure that you look into is any sort of fire rules that are happening at that time. When we drove in here, actually it did say that fire danger is pretty high, whereas 2 weeks ago we were able to have a fire.
Still allowed to have fires right now,
so,
but
yeah.
High fire danger, there's no reason for us to do it.
Anything else?
I don't know, spring's just so great, but
spring's so great. We're gonna keep eating, give these doggies some love.
Enjoy this wonderful night.
Yeah.
The wind's calmed down, sunset's beautiful. Love where we live.
Night, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, shoot.
Get him on camera.
He's wants to be part of it here, huh, Bear Bear?
Just such a nice morning. Just hanging out around camp, drinking coffee. Ampersand again. Woohoo!
We didn't have ampersand before. Well, we've had it before, not last week though.
Yes, we did.
No, we had boxcar last week.
Ampersand, woo!
Oh my god. A fun update on our battery life. We checked it this morning. We were down to 70, what?
70, 76?
76? Yeah, I think 76%.
So not even quite 20% lost. And that, we're talking about specifically the refrigerated cooler.
Yep.
Obviously no sun overnight, so there's no solar input, so that was what was keeping it cool. It didn't get super cold last night either, so it was kind of in the it has to cool some phase, but not a lot. So it was like 15 or 18% that it lost, and as soon as the sun comes back up, that's totally sustainable for a while. We may not get the battery back up to 100 during a full day, but that's okay. Like we're never really going for 5 and 7 day trips either.
Yeah, we haven't. We might even gain some. We'll see. I mean, the sun it's pretty strong this morning, so I'm sure it'll pull in as much as the solar panel will let us. And either way, we know we can run the fridge off of solar, which is pretty freaking awesome.
It was certainly nice not having to dig through ice to get stuff at the bottom this morning.
Yep. Though as soon as we turned off the camera yesterday, we noticed that a beer can had fully exploded in the fridge.
Oh,
like, of course.
Everything.
The first time we use it, and that is 100% due to the roads that we drove in on.
Yep.
I don't know how the can got pierced, but
oh my gosh. And then so last night we're watching a movie.
Oh my god, yeah.
And Casey opens a non-alcoholic beer, and it's been pretty still for hours. And the whole thing just exploded.
And what we mean by pretty still is it's been resting in the same place for at least 8 hours,
mm-hmm.
if not more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when I opened it, it exploded everywhere, all over our blankets, soaked my pants.
Went to Plan B and used the individual blankets, but it worked out. That's why we have those.
Yeah, that's exactly why we have those.
So along the lines of spring,
yeah.
being ready for stuff, definitely have to have backup blankets because right now is the perfect time for it. The dogs are filthy.
Yeah.
They either step in mud somewhere that's wet, or the dirt that is in the sun is just dirt, and it's just dirty everywhere.
But that's also another tip, is like bringing extra towels to wipe the dogs off and get them clean-ish before they get in the camper. But
all right, guys, that's a wrap on our weekend with Ernie here.
Waking up this morning was like just chilly enough to have a sweatshirt on. The sun was warming everything. That was amazing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. It's a good time.
Everything we talked about yesterday, we experienced last night. It got cold. It was in the 40s. You needed a sweatshirt, you needed a jacket, you needed a blanket, but the sun comes out. It's like, oh boy, start stripping layers. So we've had a short but very, very relaxing weekend. This doggy, he's doing good.
Yeah, he got some outside time. He's done a couple short little walks.
That doggy, he just loves it. He's so happy.
Yeah.
Guys, get out, do stuff, take your babes. What else?
That's all.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.